Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. Vice President Sara Duterte expressed no worries in the two impeachment complaints filed against her. In an exclusive interview with News 5, the Vice President said the complaints are a good opportunity to answer various accusations against her. VP Sara added that her staff should be spared from the attacks.
Mas mabuti na rin yon na merong impeachment dahil doon sa impeachment, ako lang yung hinahabol ng mga members of the House of Representatives. Hindi na nila tiniterrorize yung mga kasamahan ko sa Office of the Vice President.
The Vice President said she is happy the House hearing on her office's confidential expenses is finally over. Regarding the non-existent records of the numerous confidential funds recipients, the Vice President said she has no idea about it.
Dapat malaman nila kung paano ginagawa ang intelligence operations bago magsalita ang mga tao with regard to mga documents about confidential funds. Kasi hindi ganyang kadali na magsabi ka lang na walang nag-exist na mga tao na ganito.
Congressman Joel Chua clarifies that it's only the confidential funds of Vice President Sara Duterte's portion of the hearings that they have wrapped up. He says the committee proceedings are not being terminated. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
Bakit po ba magtatapos na at ano po nangyari sa summon po natin kay Colonel Lachica and Colonel Nolasco who were in charge or were given the money by the Special Disbursing Officer? Aren't we going to unwrap that side of the investigation?
Well, wrapping up just for this year, but does not follow that we're already terminating the committee hearing. Insofar as Colonel Latica and Colonel Nolasco are concerned, we were informed that the AFP is already conducting its internal investigation so as not to disrupt the said investigation. We are giving them the opportunity to conduct their own internal investigation.
Okay, Congressman Chua, confirm lang natin. No? Earlier, you guys were clarifying in a press conference after the conclusion of the 8th hearing of the Committee on Good Government no, that this is just, kumbaga, wrapping up the confidential fund part of the hearing.
Yes.
You guys mentioned na because si Congressman Valeriano at si Congresswoman Luistro, may iba pang ni-raise na issue that you will be carrying these issues or taking them up next year pagbalik ng Congress. Can we confirm lang?
Yes, you are correct. Because this is not only about confidential funds. If you will remember it correctly, the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro concerns the budget of the DepEd, including the regular fund. That includes the issue concerning the computer.
Pero yung committee report, you also mentioned coming up with a partial committee report. We understand that has, of course, just to do with the confidential funds and all the findings from this committee hearing so far. Kailan po namin maaasahan itong partial committee report on the issue of confidential funds?
Well, kasi katatanggap lang namin nitong PSA from the DepEd. We are still awaiting the certification of DepEd of PSA from the Office of the Vice President. So hopefully we will be able to get it as soon as possible. So magiging part po yan ng aming partial committee report.
House lawmakers are clueless about the looming third impeachment complaint against Vice President Sara Duterte. House Secretary General Reginald Velasco told reporters that the third complaint might come from a religious group. Lanao del Sur 1st District Representative Zia Alonto Adyong said he and his colleagues have no idea about it. House Committee on Good Government Chairperson Representative Joel Chua also emphasized the lack of time in tackling the complaints against the Vice President. Meanwhile, the Makabayan bloc is still gathering 106 signatures in the House to fast-track their impeachment complaint versus VP Sara. Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. In the Philippine Star, Senate President Cheese Escudero laughed off rumors of his possible ouster and a takeover by Senator Cynthia Villar. Escudero told reporters that it is just a rumor until it happens and that he does not comment on rumors. And in business world, Philippine exports of semiconductor and electronic products are likely to be flat in 2025 amid a slump in demand. This as the Semiconductor and Electronics Industries in the Philippines Foundation affirmed its projection of a 10% decline in exports. Cambodia has introduced a website that can improve the digitalization of important documents and helps preventing the rise of illegal documents. Mobile journalist Amy Atienza has that report.
Leading Asia to greater digital progression, Cambodia introduces website Verify.Gov to Filipinos in the Government Digitalization Cooperation Workshop held in Puerto Princesa, Palawan. In line with its goal to provide exchange of ideas, Cambodia's Secretary-General on Digital Government Committee Chia Sarivat shared the verification system used by their country, which can possibly be applied in the e-government applications of the Philippines. During the press conference, Sarivat shared that one of the leading problems of Cambodia on the excessive use of paper led them to establish the website.
But the first thing that you need to do is that kill all the paper. I don't want this country to have any more paper. Kill all the notarization. I don't want to see any notarization in Cambodia. So, we pick a problem to resolve.
Many countries have already showed interest, with the likes of Laos and Timor-Leste. This time, the Secretary-General is hopeful that the Philippines can also apply the Verify site as an official platform for document verification. This corresponds to the problem that certain areas in the Philippines, such as Recto in Manila, can issue illegal public documents among Filipinos.
We are happy to go to your country and deploy the solution. With our partnership from UNDP, World Bank, IPU, and Code Local Fund. I had a discussion with UNDP. They said that, say what, if one day any country would like to have a solution, tell us.
With its commitment to help other countries, the digital site has been recognized in the ASEAN Digital Awards as the gold medalist of the top-performing programs across Southeast Asia. Philippines Department of Information and Communications Technology Undersecretary David Almirol Jr. also acknowledged the ideas from Cambodia and looked into a brighter future with the program exchange.
I think if this kind of give-and-take relationship, all of us were able to implement good change, not only for ourselves, but hopefully for our children and for the next generations to come.
The ICT and the Ministry of Post and Telecommunications from Cambodia will also sign a Memorandum of Understanding for its partnership on Wednesday, December 11. Mobile journalist Amy Atienza, we are One News.
Israel has occupied a buffer zone that was considered to be part of Syria. Israeli forces seized the Golan Heights after Syrian rebels ended the ruling of President Bashar al-Assad. The Golan Heights was formed as a buffer zone under the 1974 ceasefire agreement between Israel and Syria. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the decades-old agreement has collapsed after Syrian troops abandoned their positions. Merriam-Webster has announced that its 2024 word of the year is polarization. The word is most commonly used to mean causing strong disagreement between opposing factions or groupings. Now, the announcement comes after many American voters went to the polls with a feeling that the opposing candidate was an existential threat to the nation. Merriam-Webster chooses its word of the year based on data tracking a rise in search and usage. Samahan ang buong MVP group sa merriest celebration ngayong taon. Sabay-sabay nating panoorin ang merry ang vibes ng Pasko, the MVP Group Christmas Party Special. Yan ay two-part Christmas special directed by Mr. Johnny Manahan. Ngayong December 15 at 22 po yan, 5:30 p.m. sa TV5, Sari-Sari, Buko at 1PH channels with same-day catch-up sa RPTV. Kaya naman tara na at gawin nating merry ang vibes ng Pasko. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.